Round 3.
Round 3, Derek. Just can't get enough of you. The Miller High Life is going down well. We're drinking a drop of Jameson's, and we've, a great occasion. It's episode 3, Derek Neubauer.
Yeah.
We can't get rid of him.
So now the next guy's got to do 4.
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
We have to be so careful of who the next guest is.
It's probably, Pat Fight.
It could be. We're trying to get on a great referee, Pat Fight.
He rode up with us.
He did.
Weekend, yeah.
He had... Obviously, you guys are excelling in your rugby, D2. Yeah. He's excelling on reffing.
Yes, absolutely.
And he went up and he reffed the D2 women's, I believe.
Right. Yeah, when he left the team, it really hurt me. Fellow Allegheny alumni. Yeah. Getting close to the dude. He just leaves us to, chase his dreams. It really hurt.
Yeah. So he actually rode up with you there, Derek.
Yeah.
To Chicago,
yeah. We decided he has one name. He's Pat Fife. or Pat Fight, or Pat Fight, or Pat Fight.
Yeah, exactly. It just rolls off the word.
But you can't just call him Pat.
You can't. Anyway. No, I can't either. Yeah.
I've never, And I can't call him Fight either. Holy shit, you're right. He's one of those people.
Pat Fight, yeah.
Wait, we just figured it out in a day, and you've known him for how many years?
I knew him since I was in college. Jesus.
Actually, Chip Moon's from Allegheny?
Yeah.
He's always Chip Moon, too.
Yeah.
Maybe it's an Allegheny thing. Maybe that's why you're a Gator.
Yeah. Deidre is too long. Oh, shit, I actually said my last name. Shit. That was a thing. I was never told
off the record. Just say that. No one remembers.
Off the record. You won't remember.
Yeah, you mumbled it. You're right.
Yeah.
Derek, obviously for everyone who's tuning in from episode 2, what were we just talking about?
We were talking about how we have a lot of players that actually are probably D2 quality that, they contributed this year.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of them out there, and they could probably... Division 2, I think if we moved up to Division 1, we'd be all right. We wouldn't probably win the league because I watched Kansas City versus Chicago Lions after us.
And it was a good standard.
And that was a good standard, yeah, absolutely.
But just like you mentioned in probably episode 1 at this stage, when Pitt City and Slippery Rock had to make that step up, they made that step up, right?
And that's kind of what actually is giving me more hope to it. I mean, I'm probably not a Division 1 player at this point.
Yeah.
I'm probably 10 years away from being a Division 1 player. So then that puts me back, and then let's get somebody else. But you put, the fish gets as big as,
good call.
That whole saying. And I think that's kind of how it works, because we played the Tradesmen. If you would have asked me 3 years ago who our rival was, I would say the Detroit Tradesmen. Okay. We could absolutely not beat them. The only time we beat them was on Franciscan's Field for some reason.
Sure.
And we could not beat them. They'd win Midwest, but they'd win our side every time.
Yeah.
And then finally somebody said, hey, let's move those assholes up to Division 1. They go up to Division 1. I think they went 5-3 their first year in Division 1.
Yeah.
That's not... Yeah, it wasn't like, it wasn't like they were 0-8.
Yeah.
They belonged there. And I think, Bill and his friends at USA Rugby need to figure out relegation and all that.
I think that would be amazing.
And those would be one of the funnest games to go see.
Oh, God.
I actually
when it's all on the line?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I reffed Presque Isle against Canton up in Erie. And that was a bloodbath. I was like, I don't think I should be getting this game. Because whoever won was D3.
Cards galore.
No, that wasn't me.
I was going to say, I've never seen you give a card.
No, there should have been, probably. But I just let him play. And I can't remember who won. Heverly would be pissed if he knew I didn't remember. But it was up in Erie. And that was intense. Like, there is nothing like playing for you to change your entire year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Of your club,
I mean, if Wisconsin wins the Midwest, so they go on, maybe they don't win the national championship, so be it. I think they need to play whoever's last place in Division 1 first thing after they're disqualified.
And obviously I've spoken about it on the podcast before, sports are so different in Europe. Mm-hmm. And in America... It is literally because I think certain millionaires made an NFL team and they all got together and they said it's all in our best interest that there's one league and we will play each other and we just set out our stadiums.
That's genius.
That's in our best interest, isn't
absolutely.
it? Yeah. And then we'll have a draft system, right? So everyone thinks it's fair. But, it's just us boys getting money. In England, where there is maybe like 100 clubs,
Yeah.
and you could be literally Pittsburgh, Pitt City. You become the Forge. You take the next step up. All of a sudden, you're playing the Premier League within about 10 years. There's stories of that happening.
Right.
That should be the case in rugby.
Absolutely.
No one owns a rugby club. Oh, and if someone does, it is like Ruggers Pub owns it, or you know, someone owns a ground. But no one actually technically owns it. No one's making money from it. So why they should definitely implement that system, I feel.
Right. And I mean, that's kind of the problem is coming from over there. I agree. I mean, rugby's the sport of over there. But for it to survive over here, it needs money.
Yeah.
And money is not going to say, all right, you can put me up there,
right?
But you're keeping me up there.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of has to mix that model you're talking about, the NFL model, probably 75% to your soccer model or to your rugby union model, because no billionaire is going to put their money in a losing
franchise.
you know, and I agree with that, because that's how it used to be. Like, not pre-MLR, it was Super League. Super League was essentially like 6 to 8 Division I teams that were better than everybody else. Meanwhile, there's only like 21 Division I teams or something like that. Yeah. At the time, especially.
I mean, the Harlequins, they make your travel look like it's nothing.
Well, I mean, the only it's 3 trips to Philly, 3 trips to DC, and it's 1 trip to Raleigh. So, yeah, ours is a trip to Cleveland, a trip to Indy, and 2 trips
if
to
you
Chicago.
guys made the move to D1, would you stay in the Midwest, or would you try to get Midwest?
Again, Bill question. I mean, he's in the Midwest, so that's the other thing. Like last year, we played Buffalo, Rochester.
Yeah, your schedule definitely.
Because us and Cleveland actually got together on something, and we were like, we're not driving out to Chicago.
Yeah.
And for them, they're pussies for not wanting to drive 4 hours. But anyway, you know, us to Chicago, 6.5. Us to Indy, 6.5. How much, you know, it was literally $60 in tolls to get to Chicago, let alone rooms and gas and all that. And we go up to Buffalo, it's 3 hours.
Yeah. And once again, when you travel, that's all coming out of your personal pocket?
I mean, we're all...
As a club?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
I mean, but there is a chunk coming out of your pocket. So to Indy, a couple of us left on Friday because, as we mentioned, I'm old. I can't sit in a van and then play. A van for 6.5 hours and play.
Sure.
So we went, we got an Airbnb. We
rested up.
Yeah. And then we played and then we drove back. Looking at, I think I paid $70.
Yeah.
And then somebody left on on Saturday morning and came straight back, paid $30, $40.
Sure. And once you get there, do you have any pre-game rituals, superstitious at all?
DMX is the pre-game ritual.
X gonna give it to you.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we do pre-game. No,
and I've said it before, I'll say it again. If DMX doesn't motivate you, you're a psychopath. Right?
You are correct.
Yeah,
you are correct.
Okay.
Or it could be the other way. If he motivates you, you are a psychopath. He's had his problems.
He does. Poor Can you be surprised that DMX suffers from depression and drug addiction? You can't. From his lyrics, you really can't.
Yeah, but he loves his Jesus, though.
Does he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Read the GQ article.
All right. I will.
You got homework.
Well, he's done several songs. Oh, I forget who it was. Was it maybe for Nas or for the game? And it was literally he was reading Bible verses as the intro and an outro. Yeah. Big DMX fan. Yeah.
But it's
anyway, back to rugby, Derek.
Pre-game rituals, Vicks. If you're not doing Vicks.
So you fucking snort that random foreign shit.
Okay, that sounds like cocaine. What you just said there. So, snorting the foreign shit is not cocaine, US government, okay?
I don't know what you do to me, but
it's menthol.
Is it?
You've had my mental chewing gums, haven't you?
Yes.
And then I've given Gator a next step up. It's from Thailand. It's similar to Vicks.
Okay.
It's like Vicks from Thailand. But once it gets down under 60 degrees, it's Vicks.
Yeah.
Pre-game. I try to look at everybody as angrily as possible. Like, probably the look you got at the party is what I try to do.
Nice.
Other than that, everybody starts jumping up. I can't do that much anymore.
Yeah.
spit in my hands, rub dirt on my face. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
Anything you can do it.
I'm glad you guys don't do the Hawker. Like I knew. No, listen to this. When I was playing Allegheny, we're D3 schools.
You're gonna do the Franciscan? Did it?
No, like other colleges would do that shit. And like when you're seeing it, in, like their international rugby player, like built like monsters. It's a little intimidating. But when you guys most of the people are scrawnier than I am doing that, I'm yelling at them, telling them to F their mom and shit like that.
On the record, in college, in Northern America, in the state of Pennsylvania, you were seeing people do the haka.
Yeah. Franciscan.
Really?
I've seen it.
Wow.
But I would taunt the fuck out of them.
Oh, man.
Well, you kind of saw in the World Cup now, England kind of like they... Obviously,
I mean that's been happening for years. If you go back to I think it was 2008 Wales. Like have you ever watched the Lions DVD?
Yeah, well, not the DVD, but I might have watched it live in person.
No. So they do a documentary.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you watch that when they play New Zealand, there's a whole protocol, and they have Maori people come out. And this was the year that O'Driscoll got his shoulder got.
The two of the boys
got dumped, right? So the protocol that the Maori people told them was to line up in that formation that England was in. Have the captain in the middle. And I don't know if they did that for that or not.
I'm pretty sure they did.
But the idea was O'Driscoll was supposed to go and pick up a piece of grass and throw it up as a peace sign.
Okay.
Because they're telling you they're here for war. He's telling you they're here for peace, blah, blah, blah. It's all... they're there for 2 months, so they're going over their
customs. What
to do, what not to do,
Everybody in New Zealand gets pissed off. Like, what's he doing picking up the grass? I'm going to kick his ass, And that's what a Maori representative told them to do if they wanted to respect the haka as much as possible. So that's how it kind of gets derailed. And then there's United High School, which does have a big Maori contingent. They do the haka. Okay. Hawaii football team does the haka.
Yeah.
But
supposedly, this is all a very new thing. Mm-hmm. I was reading, only the rugby team who's been playing... New Zealand's been playing rugby since whenever.
Right.
But this is only from the 70s that this has become a thing. And all of a sudden it's become, a huge, I wouldn't say a tourist attraction, but a trademark almost. You know what I mean?
It was much worse when I saw Franciscan do it. I think that was peak... This should not be
cultural
happening.
appropriation.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah, that's the biggest word I've used on the podcast.
It took part 3 for you to get to it.
But we did. We've often said it, Derek. I have people in the podcast studio, and they leave, we stop recording, and then 2 hours later, the conversation starts flowing. Yeah. Gator's finally said a big word. And it's taken us 3 podcats to do it.
I can read them, I just can't say them.
You can. He's a great reader. Derek, we're going to touch base again on your D2. You're saying your ambition as the Forge might be to get into D1.
I think ultimately it's D1 and it's up to the powers that be to whether we can do that now.
Yeah.
But obviously, as a team, I think our goal is to win the Midwest Championship because that's the next step.
Now, obviously, you're at year 2, okay?
Yeah.
I think, if you were to set out a manifesto, join 2 clubs into 1 club, keep everyone happy, and then surely it was D2, year 2, get to the stage you're at. Perfect, right? You're achieving your goals. Now, at year 3, surely you're going to have some unhappy players.
Yeah.
Will players be now saying, okay, I see what the Forge is doing, really appreciate that, but I want to play rugby? Are people who are saying, I am good enough to play T2 more than 5 minutes in a game, more than just being on the reserve bench, are they going to look elsewhere? Will year 3 for the Forge as a club be a transitional period where you're just trying to almost field a D3 team? Currently, you're fielding a D2 team perfectly, D3, and you've even got a D4. Well, year 3 of the Forge as a journey, as a business, would that now be a transitional area where maybe all of a sudden the Ford League is going wayside?
Yeah. I feel like you were plying me with liquor and then you popped
Not in the least.
Part 3 pops the serious question on me.
I've been popping serious questions every part of the pod.
Okay. I've just been knocking them away.
Can I fill up your glass?
But no, that it's an obvious problem.
Yeah.
You guys have touched on it a few times. It's weird because
No, obviously you're always going to be Forge. You'll retire with the Forge, correct?